Are you using an old CG5 mount, such as the Celestron Advanced GT, and you have it connected to your ASIAIR? And you're using the hand controller to do a 2-star alignment to align the mount so it knows where it is, and you're not able to then use the polar alignment with the ASIAIR. Well, there's a much simpler solution. It's quick, it's easy, and I'll show you how to do that coming up next. Let's head outside and have a look at the scope. Cover off here. So I'm zoomed in here to the keypad for my CG5 mount, the Advanced GT. So typically, if you turn it on, which I'll do now, eventually it'll initialize and will boot into this screen. Now, often when you're not using an ASIAIR, you will press enter. So hopefully it doesn't fall all the way down on us here. Make sure the mount is on the index marks for both the deck and RA. Yeah. It's going to want to know what time it is, so you're going to type in all the time. Let's do that. Whether we're on standard time. I am in mountain, what the date is. And then you get to here where then you need to do a 2-star alignment. And then what's going to happen here is it wants you to use the controller to go and find one of these stars, and this will be the first star. So we could say, I don't know, Capella. And so it's going to go to where it thinks Capella is right now, which I'm hoping is not below the horizon. Okay, so now it says, look through your scope and center Capella in the view by physically moving the mount so that it is centered on it. So that would be through, actually by physical, I apologize, I mean by using the arrow keys. So by going left, right, which you can't see here, but if I move this up a bit, going left and right and up and down, and then if you see it, you hit enter. Do it again for a second star, and then you're aligned and the mount knows where it is. But if you're using an ASIAIR, let me show you a much simpler way, and we let the ASIAIR and plate solving handle everything. So first I'm going to shut it off here and reset back to where we were. I'm going to reset the mount back to its marks. All right. Now this time I'm going to turn on the mount and the ASIAIR, and this time we don't do anything right away with the hand controller. We instead go into the ASIAIR app once the ASIAIR is booted up. You'll hear it with a beep, which we'll wait for here in a second. Once you hear that beep, you're going to go into the ASIAIR app and go through the initial setup to get connected to the mount and all your other gear. So let's go look at that right now. Okay, opening the ASIAIR software, we'll start off by going into hitting the button that says enter device. You'll see that it has your location and the date and time currently for your area, and also your mount there, which is the Celestron Nexstar Advanced GT. So the Nexstar is the type of hand controller that it's connected to. And hit enter. Wait for it to actually get to the next screen here. So it's actually sending the time and date and the location, latitude and longitude. So once you're at this part, you'll be able to go back to the hand controller now and finish the rest of the setup. Now that we've completed the ASIAIR step, some of that information has been transferred over to the mount itself. So it'll know its location, but primarily the location and the time. So now we're at the same screen we were at before. Let's go in and hit enter. Again, it says set the mount to the index points, which I've already done. Enter. This is save site. This is where I actually am, and that was sent by the ASIAIR software. So it's a save site. All we gotta do is hit enter again. Now it's going to ask you how you want to set the alignment. Well, we don't want to do the 2-star alignment. We don't need to. So if I go down here, the down and up are actually the 6 and 9 on this controller. You don't actually use the arrow keys. So I hit down once. That's solar system alignment. Nope, don't want that. Twice. Last alignment. No, might work, but we don't want that. Quick align. That's what we want. Hit enter there. We are done. Now we can use the ASIAIR software to go to a visible star in the sky that's pretty easy to find. It's not going to be obstructed by anything. And then we can use plate solving to sync the mount to the ASIAIR. And then all your searching for various objects, it's going to be handled by ASIAIR. That's all you need. It's literally 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on the down, and then last enter, and that's it.
All right, here we are once again back in the ASIAIR software. Now we need to go and align the mount using the ASIAIR and plate solving. So that is as simple as selecting a target. Vega sounds good. Let's go and do that. Okay, so we've got a pretty good field of stars here. Now if we just hit the solve button here on the left, we're going to have that happen. It's going to look at the stars, figure out what it's looking at. That's called the plate solving. And now it's going to sync the mount to where Vega should be. So if we hit that sync and go to Vega, it's going to make the adjustments. And with a little bit of luck, we should be right on Vega. Take another exposure and see how we did. Should be a fairly bright star in the middle. Boom, dead in the center. No more fiddling with the 2-star alignment and looking through the scope and, well, in this case with the camera, trying to figure out left, right, up, down with the hand controller. That is it. You are aligned and ready to go and look for any object in the sky. So that's it. After only a few button presses, 3 enters, 3 downs, and 1 more enter, and you're ready to go, and you can do the rest from the ASIAIR. And now you can use the ASIAIR's polar alignment tool to actually align the mount properly without messing up any kind of star alignment you might have. This will hopefully get you up and running much more quickly. I recommend turning off the ASIAIR and your mount itself each time you're going to do a night of imaging, and that just sort of resets everything fresh. I found that if you have your scope outside all the time, like I do with a cover, it can, sometimes the CG5 mount can get a little bit quirky, and even though you've returned it to home, you tell it to go to a star and it'll end up pointing at the ground or worse, pulling out cables and stuff like that. It's way quicker than having to do all that star alignment process. So with that, if you have any questions or just general comments, love to hear from you. Please post down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.